Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. You can follow me on X Twitter at Movies TV Mad and on Instagram and on Threads at Movies TV Mad X. A very warm welcome to Monday's edition of the Movies TV Mad Daily. Let's talk about old Hollywood versus new Hollywood. Old Hollywood was aspirational storytelling. New Hollywood is about everyone seeing themselves on the screen. I don't want to see this mug on the screen. You see, as a kid, Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, a good-looking geezer with a chiseled stubble. By day, he was a teacher. And then he would go out with his whip, and he'd be cool, and he'd be looking for antiquities and getting himself in trouble. It was cool. It was aspirational. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. The Indiana Jones in the latest one is a tired old geezer because the ideology of New Hollywood is we hate strong, white, alpha male characters. Let's bring it all down. You'll never bring it down. As a kid, I wanted to be Maverick, a good-looking guy, played by a good-looking guy, right, in a jet plane, being cool, getting with Kelly McGillis, while he's listening to Berlin, take my breath away. It's cool. It's aspirational. The boys wanted to be Maverick and the women wanted to sleep with him. This, my friends, is the natural order of things and it will never change. Let's look at New Hollywood's The Acolyte. Girls, lesbians especially. Who would you rather be? Name me one of the women in The Acolyte you'd like to be. Who you aspire to be, who you look up to. Would you rather be one of those women or would you like to be Princess Leia? Think about it before you answer that question. It's aspirational. Princess Leia is hot. She's intelligent. She has a personality because Carrie was hot and she had a personality. Lucas cast his actors too tired. So girls, you wanted to be Princess Leia. You still want to be Princess Leia, that's the point. You wanted to be Jodie Foster in The Silence of the Lambs because she's cool. In The Accused, she's not a cool person. She's a grounded person. She goes through something that many, many women go through. Because it's Jodie Foster, you gravitate to that story. No one actually wants to see themselves on the screen. Little short round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Even some representation and inclusion. We didn't get a lot of it, but when we got it, it worked. And even the diverse actors and characters were aspirational. Denzel Washington is aspirational. Do you understand? So we had diversity. But today, right, you can just look at Disney Star Wars. Disney Star Wars is a perfect example. Where in Disney Star Wars is there an aspirational character? I await. There's not one. There is not an aspirational character. There could have been brilliant actors, attractive actors. Yes, being attractive matters. You aspire to these bloody people. A good-looking person doing great things with personality, is something that you aspire to. But New Hollywood say, well, we do need some unattractive people. No, I'm unattractive. I don't want to see myself on the screen. Christopher Reeve as Superman, a good-looking guy being Superman. Is there anything for, I would think, a straight woman or a gay man more sexy and appealing to a good-looking, good guy? There's not. I mean, let's look at Patrick Duffy as Bobby Ewing. The blokes wanted to be him again, and the women wanted to marry him. It's aspirational. But political correctness killed entertainment. Because to them, you should never aspire to be anything but yourself. I'm proud to be myself. Ugly old 51-year-old bald me. I'm proud of it, but I don't want to see my ugly mug on the screen, a small one on the big screen. No one would want to see me as Clark Kent on Smallville. We wanted to see Tom Welling. He's a good-looking guy who built his body up because he was playing Superman. And he did a good job. No one wants to see me as Lex Luthor on Smallville. They want to see Michael Rosenbaum, good looking, and he played the role brilliantly. And in real life, he's freaking hilarious. This is aspirational. But who do Gen Z have to inspire, to be inspired by? Taylor Swift, a woman who dates one man, destroys their lives in her songs. That's who you're looking up to. There's no one to look up to anymore. Tom Cruise does Top Gun Maverick. The same thing happens again. It's aspirational. He's old. He's still feeling the guilt of Goose's death. It's a great story. And actually, it does something a little bit more different by the end of the movie. And he's back. And women still want to sleep with him, and men still want to be him. James Bond is exactly, James Bond is classic. He's a good-looking geezer, whether he's Connery, Moore, Craig, Brosnan, whoever, right? He's cool, he's got a gun, he's seducing women, he's sleeping with women, gorgeous women. Now that may be offensive to the people of today, but it sells and it's bloody aspirational. And we did have many, many strong Bond girls. But now look, they want Bond to be something else. They want Bond to be something that doesn't sell. I don't want to see myself as James Bond. James Bond is the impossible. No one can survive the stuff that Bond does. It's ridiculous. But it's fun. Michael Knight in Knight Rider, he's cool. He was a policeman called Michael Long. Now he's changed his face. It's ridiculous, but he's changed his face. And he's made friends with a car. A car that talks, that can jump. It's cool. It's aspirational, everyone. But storytelling, entertainment is no longer aspirational because these fuckwads don't get it. And they're sinking their own industry. And the more you keep on digging and digging for this, seeing yourself on the screen, representation matters. It matters when it works. When it's a cool, good-looking man, woman, trans person, whatever. You can actually represent trans people in a really good way. But you'd need to get the cool ones. The cool trans actors, the good-looking trans actors. When I say actors, I don't mean, I'm not genderizing the term. Actors. Everyone's an actor, right? But you don't do that. So how can people, you can actually make people look up to trans characters and make them cool. You can have an Indiana Jones type trans character. But you don't do it. Because everything's got to be humdrum and real world and boring. That's why everything you do, New Hollywood, doesn't fucking work. New Hollywood, old Hollywood always used to be aspirational. It's no longer aspirational. When the MCU started, it was aspirational. I wanted to be Tony Stark. I wanted to be Chris Evans. I mean, that guy has got chiseled features and he's cool and he's a good guy. Right? The girls want to be Scarlett Johansson in that tight leather kit, looking absolutely gorgeous, but being strong as well and being a good character. Well, and she's complained about being sexualized. Shut up. Shut up. Why do you think you were there? It's about selling. What you're doing now doesn't sell. We live in a sexual world. People love hot, attractive men and hot, attractive women. And I'm sure for those people who are interested, there's hot, attractive trans people and gay people, right? That you could make great characters that could be aspirational. Not just to the LGBTQ community, but to everyone. But all you do is you gaslight these diverse groups. These diverse women in The Acolyte are not interesting. They're just there. They're not doing anything. They don't have any personality. Whoa. I mean, what's that? What's that? The force is me and the force is you. What? What? Look, it's crap. No one's really against diversity, not really. But you don't represent these diverse groups properly because you don't have a genuine bone, New Hollywood, in your body. So it's all about aspirations and everything. Airwolf, Jean-Michael Vincent, what a cool guy. You know, apparently some stories have come out about him. Don't care. Why all these stories come out about people being bad? Everyone's fucking bad, right? Get over it. Leave it. He was a fucking cool dude. Airwolf was a rip-off of Knight Rider, but it was a cool chopper, wasn't it? It was cool. It was aspirational. Chips. It was cool. There was a show called Automan about an AI computerized being who partnered up with a real cop who invented him, Walter. And he had this cool gadget called Cursor. And he had an AI car. This was in the fucking early 80s. And actually, the VFX was pretty cool for that time. It was aspirational. Dallas was aspirational. A rich, attractive family battling with each other for power. It was cool. J.R. Ewing was a bastard. It was cool. Now we've got showrunners and directors going, why do you look up to bad people? Because they're cool. J.R. Ewing may have been a bad guy, but he was fucking cool. That's it. Why are you questioning these things, you dumbasses? It's money in the fucking bank. Why do you want everyone to be moral when you're not moral yourselves? You spend your days committing crimes against humanity in California and then saying, it's all about compassion and being kind. You ain't got a fucking kind body. You ain't got a fucking kind part of your body. You haven't. You're not genuine people. You're not good people. You stab each other in the back. Why are you lecturing your customers on compassion when you have none? Why don't you get back? Actually, you can't get back to doing anything because you never did it in the first place. Aspirational. That's what entertainment used to be. The kids loved E.T. because they loved Elliot, making friends with this alien. It was cool. They wanted to be him. They didn't want to see themselves on the screen, but they looked up to Elliot. Marty McFly in Back to the Future. Good-looking kid. The girls wanted to date him, and the lads wanted to be him. That's the point again. What happened? What's wrong with that? That's what entertainment should be. But you've decided we should all see ourselves on the screen. Who wants that? Does that sell? Did Blue Beetle sell? Did Blue Beetle sell? Because you got it wrong. You had the kid, you had the actor, good looking. But it didn't sell because you got it wrong. Oh, now you're going to do an animated series using that actor, right? Because it's all about content. It's all content now, you see. It's not entertainment, it's content. So entertainment today is boring because it's not aspirational. We used to watch films and television and wish that was us. And the only way that could be us is by rewinding the VHS and rewatching it. And it was beautiful. But they decided to change the game that made them money. They made us happy. We made them happy by consuming it. But that's not good enough for moral Hollywood. They wanted to put you on the screen. That's a problem of today because anyone can become famous. A mug like me is making videos, right? Anyone can press record these days. I'm not famous, but I'm still pressing record, right? I mean, by a month, there'll probably be 200 to 300 views on this video. It's not much, but a few people have watched me, even if it's for a few seconds and they piss off and, you know, shag their girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, right? Whatever people do. So when anyone can become a celebrity, no one's a celebrity. When you can be put on the screen, there's nothing special anymore. When anyone can become a Jedi and wield the Force, nobody's special anymore. If anyone could become a superhero, it's not special anymore. The idea is that superheroes should, inspire young people to be heroes. You're not going to have the powers, but you can be like them by being an ordinary human being and doing good things. I once dropped my shopping on the floor. A lovely old lady stopped and gave me her bags. I wouldn't have got home. That's heroic. These films and these TV shows used to inspire us to become better. It wasn't a perfect world. Hollywood treated each other horribly. They still do, by the way. They still do. It's too late for Hollywood. You'll never clean it up. Aspiration is important. I once met this guy who I became friends with. His name was Dan. Good looking, wanted to be a rock and roll star. I fucking looked up to that guy so much. And even though I didn't like the stuff he liked, I pretended I did and I bought all the other stuff and he knew it. And I looked up to him. He was 4 years younger than me. He was aspirational to me. We used to talk about the JFK movie. Don't know what happened to him, but I do miss him. He was aspirational to me. Being inspired by other people is so important. Being inspired by movie stars is important because you look at them and you think, wow. Now, I love Chris Hemsworth, but he doesn't inspire me. I don't want to be like Chris Hemsworth. That's a problem. I don't want to be this new guy who was in that Sydney Sweeney film, shagging her, right? I forgot his name, good looking. I think he was in Top Gun Maverick. Now they're trying to make him a movie star. Son, you're a good looking guy, but no one's going to aspire to be you. That's the difference. Not just about being an attractive actor. You've got to have something in the bank. Harrison Ford is a perfect example of a movie star. He wasn't just good looking. There was something in Harrison. Harrison is very, very funny. Harrison is cool. What do you think of Star Wars? I don't care. It's funny. It's funny. There was something in that guy. This guy was just a fucking carpenter on movie sets. And he became an actor because he had the special stuff. Mark Hamill, good looking guy in his day, still is, Let's not be ageist. We loved him as Luke Skywalker because we all wanted to be that kid on the farm who leaves and goes on to the adventure. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's aspirational. And I say this all the time when I have this discussion on my platforms. Why do you think so many kids are suffering from anxiety and depression? Self-harming. The record of self-harming in kids today is up. Why? Because it's a shit world. You go on the internet, they're talking about what's going on in the world. You watch a movie or a TV show, they're talking about things that are happening. Where's the escape? Everybody needs a break. It's why we go on holiday for a couple of weeks a year, to escape. You can't be plugged in 24/7 to what's going on in the world. I don't care about Donald Trump. I'm fed up of going on platforms that are supposed to be talking about films and boring on about Trump and what a great guy he is. He's a fucking evil villain and you know it. But I don't care. I'm not interested in the culture war. Right, let's just talk about The Acolyte for a minute. This is how low we've sunk. People are attacking Grace Randolph for saying she liked The Acolyte. I don't know if Grace liked The Acolyte or not. Grace is a lunatic. Maybe she's just saying it to wind certain people up. I don't care. If she likes it, she likes it. She's allowed to bloody like The Acolyte. She's allowed. Grace, you have my permission. The Don has given you permission to like The Acolyte. I'm not interested in The Acolyte. I'm not interested in The Acolyte. That's okay. And if you want to say to me, well, you're a racist, you're a bigot, you're a homophobe, you're a Nazi, then you can. That's fine. I don't think I am those things considering I faced racist abuse at school. But that's fine if you think that's what I am. I was raised by bigoted people with bigoted attitudes. I loved them. They were lovely people. I know you're saying, how can they be lovely? Because they were a product of their time. But when I learned about the world and when I mixed with other people, when I learned from television, I realised that those views were wrong. I'm not interested in the Acolyte because I know it's going to be like Kenobi and like Ahsoka, which isn't good writing, isn't good storytelling, and does nothing. You know, and this is interesting in Clone Wars and in Rebels. When I see Ahsoka, when Ashley Eccleston is playing Ahsoka, even I want to be bloody Ahsoka. Ahsoka is so cool in the animation. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Rosario, and Rosario's trying her best. It's not about Rosario, but I'm not inspired by Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka. But the animated version, voiced by Ashley Eccleston, that, from the first moment I heard her voice, I fell in love with that character. Not in that way, in an aspirational way. That's the point. New Hollywood isn't about aspirations. It's about you seeing yourself on the screen. Did you go to the cinema and pay 20 quid per ticket, your bucket of popcorn, to see your fucking self? When you go and watch Wolverine and Deadpool, right, or Deadpool and Wolverine, which one's you? They're not you! But there are a couple of good-looking guys playing characters who they've played well. And you're happy to see them back. I think it's nostalgia bait. I'm not happy that Disney are going to make money out of it, but fuck it, right? I give up. At least they're trying. They're not you. You wish you were them, but that's a good thing that you're not them. You can still be proud of yourself and be inspired by other cool, attractive people with personality. That's what old Hollywood used to be. But this crazy mob today have decided that white man is bad. This is bad. That's bad. Sneezing's bad. If you say this, you are a problematic person. If you support Trump, you're a problem. If you don't support Trump, you're a problem. Got all these crazy fucking people. I mean, you've got this Candace Owens bird, right? She's a real proper extreme, you know, right-winger. She's a propaganda merchant, right? And she's making a lot of money. These are the people who are famous today. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't say no to Candice. I really like Candice. I think Candice would be a lot of fun, a lot of pent-up frustration. When they've got pent-up frustration, that's when they're really fun. But anyway, going back. So we've got all these propaganda merchants, right? Because they're all just fucking, they're all influencers, they're all Pied Pipers. And even though I don't like New Hollywood, a lot of these people are just Pied Pipers. I mean, I'm finally bored of watching all these videos of the Acolyte. It's kind of funny when they make fun of the stone burning and some of the dialogue. But after a while, the hatred and the discourse becomes boring. And now I'm actually bored of the hatred and the discourse. When I say I like Man of Steel, BVS and the Snyder Cut, and someone attacked me, I used to be interested in arguing. I don't want to argue, it's boring. I love it, fuck off. And we'll see what Gunn does. Be interesting, won't it? Very, very interesting. But you can't make money out of entertainment by putting this mug on the screen. I don't want to see myself on the screen. And a lot of people won't admit this, but nobody wants to see themselves on the screen. I'm not talking about an actor being an actor. I mean, going back to the Acolyte, I saw a video when people were saying, who was it, Tyrone Magnus? He was saying, I'm an actor. And he was saying how these actors shouldn't be on things like the Acolyte or Disney Star Wars. You're an actor, so you know the struggle of getting a role. If I'm a working fucking actor in Hollywood, I'm going to be in Disney Star Wars. I don't care how I feel about it. Are you fucking mad? And Tyrone was saying how he's got morals because he wouldn't do it. Oh, shut up, Tyrone. Please, shut up. If Leslie Headland, right, came here now and said, "Hi, Mick, I'd like you to be in the Acolyte." Yes, ma'am. I don't care if it's shit. I'd tell her she walked on fucking water if I could be on the Acolyte. and begin my journey as a working actor in California. I've got no fucking morals. What are you talking about, Tyrone? And this is the problem with these people now. Suddenly you're the moral ones? No. If you're a working actor in Hollywood, take any role you can. Because it's damn difficult to be in this game. And you need to feed your families and feed yourselves, right? That's nonsense, Tyrone. That's nonsense, my friend. But and this is why I don't watch modern entertainment. I mean, I've been watching Doctor Who. And that has become current day. A bland, uninteresting version of the Doctor. A second bland, uninteresting version of the Doctor. They started trying to cook him in part 1 of the finale. Too little, too late, maybe. They still haven't started cooking Ruby Sunder. Considering we have a roast on a Sunday, you probably do need to cook her, but she's such an underdeveloped character played by a talented young woman who I adore. But modern entertainment isn't going to give you what you want. It's done. They're not going to be aspirational. They're not going to cast the people they need to cast. Those days have gone. So once you know you're not going to get what you want from something, instead of sitting here ranting about it, and I'm ranting about it, but guess what? I don't do videos every fucking day, you know, saying woke all the time. I don't do that, do I? I talk about DC, I talk about Doctor Who, and I try and be balanced, don't I? Smash the like button if you think I'm a balanced dude, and I don't go all political. You know what I am? I'm moderate left. My dad was moderate left. He voted for the Labour Party. He didn't like the right. Nor do I. If the homeless person is laying on the floor, they'll tread over them and say, you're lazy. I don't like those fuckers. I don't like an attitude like that. I like watching Nerd Roddick and people like that. And he says a lot of good things about entertainment, but I don't support his political views. I don't care. He should never talk about his politics when he's talking entertainment. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers voted for Obama and then suddenly became a Trump supporter. How'd you do that? Let me tell you why. As much as I respect all those guys, because I don't care about politics and what they support. They've done a good job. They've made great careers for themselves. Because these people are playing a role. They're playing caricatures. And it's fine. You can do that. I'm playing myself. Pleased to meet you. I met your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives. Look, lads, you didn't satisfy your women. They came to me. I did the business. Now they're telling you for 6 months that they've got a headache. It's not my fault. If you delivered, then I wouldn't be a problem or a threat to you. So don't get it, don't get triggered. But at the end of the day, you are banging your head against a brick wall, right? Entertainment's bad, entertainment's bad. Yes, it's bad. So watch what you love. And if Grace Randolph wants to like The Acolyte, good for you, Grace, I say. Good for you. And if you're interested, if you're in Cyprus, Grace, let's go out for a date. I've always wondered about you, I've always been intrigued about you. I love Grace Randolph. I mean, look, the woman is a little bit unbalanced at times, but that just makes her interesting, doesn't it? So they're actually attacking Grace for liking The Acolyte. This is wrong on so many fucking levels. I don't care. Come after me. Come on! Jimmy White dear. I don't give a shit, right? I don't like modern Hollywood. I agree with you. But if Grace Randolph likes The Acolyte, let Grace Randolph like The Acolyte. Don't attack the woman. Why? What's wrong with you? Why are we happy that we beat Adolf Hitler in the Second World War? Do you want to decide what people like? If she likes The Acolyte, she likes The Acolyte. I don't get it, but it doesn't matter. If she wants to say she likes The Acolyte, and she doesn't really like, and she's just doing it for her business, again, high five, Grace. Good luck to you. I've had issues with the woman before. She's like Marmite. Sometimes I like her, sometimes I don't. That's life. But to attack this person because she likes something you don't is the craziest thing. I've seen YouTubers and people argue with each other. You like something I don't. Yes, welcome to the real fucking world. People are allowed to like stuff that you don't. And that's okay. I was attacked because I didn't want to see Ezra Miller in the flesh. I thought it was wrong after everything he was accused of. So people started stalking me and attacking me because we didn't agree. Simply because we didn't agree. If you don't agree about something, agree to disagree. I'll see you again tomorrow. Till then, goodbye. And ladies, when your husband's at work, I'm waiting.